Today, we have the truth behind the William Nylander extension, as well as Brad Treliving and Captain John Tavares speaks out about the Nylander extension. We'll break all this down for you coming up on this episode of Hattrick HQ. But before we get into it, just want to say we're on the road for 3,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, make sure to go down below, hit that subscribe button, join the community here because we have a lot of fun here on the channel. But with that said, let's get right into the first topic of the video, and that is Nylander extended for 8 years. And as you take a look here from the Leafs Twitter, they said they extended William Nylander for 8 more years. And as we take a look here at the cap hit, it is 11.5 million over 8 years. And we look at some comparable contracts here. We see David Pastrnak with 11.25 million over 8 years, Jonathan Huberdeau with 10.5 over 8, and Patrick Kane with 10.5 over 8 as well. And we also see here from Pierre LeBrun, he says William Nylander's deal now official includes 69 million in signing bonus money. Nice. So 69 million of the 92 million in total will be in total bonus money, and there's a full no movement clause, no trade clause for all 8 years of this deal. And Mark, I know you're fired up right now. A Leafs fan. Willie Styles is back. 8 years. I can't wait to see what he can do over those next 8 years.
Yeah, it's just awesome to see that it looks like William Nylander will be a Leaf his entire career. It was a little weird. Before we recorded, I seen a picture of William Nylander on the ice with Phil Kessel and Captain Dion Phaneuf. So that just shows how long he's been with this Leafs organization. He's been here through a rebuild, through the ups, the downs, and things are starting to go up, and Nylander is now officially going to be a Leaf for at least 8 more years. I think this is an awesome contract. Obviously, there was a lot of speculation that the number was around 10 million at the start of the year. It did get to 11.5, which we've seen that he did sign. But I think this is fair market value. This guy's on pace for 50 goals, 120 points. We've seen him continuously just get better year after year. This was a guy that came into the league that was just a pure wing that could only do offensive stuff. But you look at him now, this is a guy that can play center in a pinch. He can still play the wing amazingly. He plays top line on any team he goes to. This guy's going to produce for you. And we've seen his defensive game slowly develop each year. He still puts up high numbers in the playoffs, and he doesn't shy away in the Toronto media, which a lot of players do. You look at Ryan O'Reilly, and he kind of walked away from this team to go to Nashville because of the pressure and just so much media attention. But William Nylander feeds off this, and this is the market for him. So signing him for 11.5, I am super happy about this. I know most of this isn't signing bonuses, so if they ever do need to trade him at the end of this deal to another team just to clear up cap space, you can make this a very tradable deal. I know there's no movement, no tradement clause. I don't think they'll ever trade him. I think this is a thing. You ride this out, you sign him for a couple of years. At the end of that, he retires the Leaf, go down as a legend, retire his jersey, because William Nylander's here for 8 more years.
He's a Leaf for life now. I really love this deal. I think it's great. 11.5 over 8 years with the cap going up this offseason. It's such a great deal for the Toronto Maple Leafs here. 54 points and 21 goals so far this season. Having a career year in Toronto. Really think he'll finish this year with probably 110 plus points on the rate he's on right now. He's had multiple, 10 plus game point streaks this season, and I'm really excited to see what William Nylander can do because, like you said, I really do think that this guy's the most improved player over the last little while here in Toronto. He's developed a great playmaking side to his game. He's involved his defensive game a lot as well, and you have him and Austin Matthews for 6 years together here now, so you really got a great window to win a Stanley Cup here. And we did see Nylander come out with a quote said, and he said, "It's the ultimate dream. He would love to win a cup and retire a Maple Leaf." And when you hear this coming from one of your star players, this is what you want to hear. He's bought into the system. He's bought into being a Leaf, and he wants to be here the rest of his career, and he wants to win a cup in Toronto. And this is what you love to hear out of one of your star players.
Yeah, there was another quote. He was kind of just talking to the media about this, and he was saying how he was talking to a friend. He said, once we get home. And when he said, once we get home, he was talking about Toronto. It wasn't Sweden. It wasn't Calgary where he was born. He was talking about Toronto as a whole. This guy worships the city worships him. This is his home, and it will be his home for 8 more seasons. I also do want to kind of touch, I know a lot of people are going to say this is a lot of money, but you need to sign this guy. You need to keep him on the team. Both sides obviously wanted him here. If you kind of look at the contract comparables too, it was guys like Patrick Kane, 10.5, that was signed 6 or 7 years ago. You look at a guy like Pasta, who is Obviously, a little more gifted on scoring wise, but him and Nylander aren't that far off. And, I think this is the perfect deal. This guy wants to be here. I love these quotes. He knows how to work this media, and I'm so excited.
Definitely have to agree with you. I'm really excited that he got this contract. He got paid. I'm really excited for this guy. I can't wait to see what he can do over these next 8 years in Toronto. But we have to give a big shout out to our boy Brad Treliving getting this deal done, getting the Matthews deal done. Really excited. I think he's doing a lot of great moves here in Toronto, and I think this offseason we'll see a lot more signings and stuff out of him. And I'm really excited to see what he can do come trade deadline as well, to bring in some guys to bolster this championship roster, because Nylander's signed now. I know that he's probably fired up here. He's got this done. The weight is off his shoulders, and now he can just go out, play hockey, and try to win a cup for Toronto this season.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I think I have all trust in Brad. We seen him come in. It was a new team. He got the two most important things done. He locked up Austin Matthews, locked up William Nylander. I know there was a record of kind of losing star players in Calgary, but if this shows anything, he's not making that mistake again, and he's correcting these mistakes by signing the two biggest players that we had to. I know there's two big free agents coming up, not this season, but the following next season. So we'll see how he handles that. But so far, I've been quite happy with how Treliving's handled the Leafs.
Yeah, and speaking of Brad, this is what we're going to talk about next. He did speak to the media about this. Treliving and Captain John Tavares spoke out about the Nylander extension. And as we take a look here from Luke Fox, Brad Treliving said, I don't think there was ever a time where he felt we weren't going to get to the finish line. The player ultimately wanted to be here. We wanted the player, so you find a way. And he also said, I know how hard it is to get talent. Every dollar matters because we live in a cap world. So you folks can all debate it, and I'm sure it will hotly debated, but at the end of the day, when you can get a top player signed, it's a good day. And I just think these are some perfect quotes coming out of Brad Living here. They know they wanted Nylander. Nylander wanted to be here, so obviously it was just a number. It was just getting the deal done, and now the deal's done. The pen's to paper. Nylander is a Leaf for 8 more years, and like you said, everybody can debate it. Everybody can say, "Oh, it's not the right deal," but everyone here at Hattrick HQ, we really do think that this is a great deal, and we really do think this is a W for Brad.
I love how Brad says it's gonna be a hot debate. He knows Leafs fans. He's probably a Leaf fan growing up in Toronto. So that's just awesome. Like I said, he's done an excellent job. I know he brought in a guy like Reeves that might not look like the best contract. Klingberg's out on LTIR, but guys like Bertuzzi, Domi, these guys were absolute gems. Simwin Benoit has been outstanding. Noah Gregor, he's done an amazing job. If you're taking 10 swings in free agency, you're obviously not going to go 10 for 10. If you do, you deserve an award and a double your pay raise. But so far, he's been swinging great on free agents and getting these contracts done. So, like I said, full trust in this guy. I think he's going to do outstanding. And when the Leafs hoist the cup, it's going to be bad to say, but I'm excited for the Dubas stands to kind of be like, damn, I think this guy's better.
Yeah, and in Brad we trust. GM of the year. Come on, mark it down. We got Brad for GM of the year. He's pulling off some great moves right here, and hopefully that he can continue to do this throughout the rest of the season, so that the Leafs can win a cup this year. But we did get some quote from Captain John Tavares here, where he said, "I think he's built to play here," and that's just a great quote from John Tavares. And we also see here from Luke Fox that John Tavares is a year and a half away from free agency himself. The captain reiterates that he too wants to stay in Toronto, and I think this is great. Obviously, John Tavares, the Toronto boy, the pajama boy, he wants to stay in Toronto. He wants to bring a cup back to his hometown, and now he has Willie here who wants to be in Toronto too. You have all these guys here in Mitch and Matthews and Tavares and now William Nylander who are bought into this. They want to bring a cup to Toronto. I'm really excited to see it happen.
Yeah, it's awesome that Tavares is bought in. I don't think there was any doubt that he didn't want to spend the rest of his career here. I think he came here for a reason. All the pictures of him in his pajamas in bed as a kid. This guy's built to play in Toronto as well. So, like I've said before in a previous video, is if you look at the Nylander's contract and you might think, hey, this is too much money. Think of it this way: Nylander was making just under 7 million. Tavares was making close to 11. Just do a contract swap. Tavares is up after next season. If he makes 7 or less, then it's just a flip. If he makes 5, that's 2 extra million to work with. With a cap raising, I think this is a fine contract, fair value. Bring Tavares back, bring the whole band back, go for the cup.
And everybody that's worried about the cap down the comment section, we see all your guys' comments saying, "Oh, the cap's not going to work. The cap's not going to work." But it is. It's going to work out because I believe they have like over 20 million in cap space with all the expiring contracts. So I really do think that this is going to be turn out to be a great deal here for the Leafs, and they're going to figure it out in the offseason, bring some of these guys back like Domi and Bertuzzi if they can. And I really do think they're going to make a good run at it this year, and they really are set up for the future here to be cup contenders. But we're going to hear from you guys down in the comments section below. Do you hate this deal? Do you love this deal? Let us know down in the comments section below. But we're going to get into everybody's favorite topic today, and that is comment of the day. And we have something different for you guys here on comment of the day. We did mention we're putting in some video submissions, and we did get one, so we're going to bring it up here right now.
What's up, guys? It's Josh Goss from Habs Digest. Shout out to KC and Mark at Hattrick HQ for their continued grind on the road to 3,000 subscribers. And my question to you guys is this. With all the news surrounding the Habs as we approach the trade deadline, a lot of the talk has been about Jake Allen, and with recent reports linking him to maybe the LA Kings with Phoenix Copley out for the season, even the Toronto Maple Leafs, who apparently offered the Habs a 6th-round pick for him, where do you guys think is the most likely landing spot for Jake Allen? Thanks for having me on.
First off, we just want to say shout out to you, Josh. Really love all your content over there on Habs Digest, and shout out to getting 10,000 subscribers. If you guys do enjoy the Montreal Canadiens, make sure to go give him a subscribe over on his channel. I mean, they put great content out over there. But to answer your question, where do we think that Jake Allen is going to land? For me, I really do think it has to be the Edmonton Oilers. They're looking for a goaltender. They're looking for someone that they can put in net, to trust, to make them a playoff team, and I really do think that he could land in Edmonton. How about you, Mark? Where do you think you see Jake Allen landed?
I think the perfect fit for Jake Allen is the Laval Rockets. No, in all seriousness, I could see the New Jersey Devils being a great destination. I know Josh touched on the Kings as well. There's going to be a lot of teams actively looking for goalies, and I think the Canadians are in a great spot where they can kind of ship this guy off with Montembeault looking like the goalie of the future, or at least for the current future. So I think moving Jake Allen to, like I said, one of these teams of the Devils, the Kings, maybe the Leafs if things do go south. I know right now Martin Jones has been outstanding and Joseph Woll is getting healthier. So once that comes back, I'm not sure if he fits there, but there's going to be no issues with the Canadians moving a guy like this, especially at deadline and if they retain.
Yeah, definitely agree. And again, shout out to you, Josh. Thanks for your support on the channel. We really do appreciate it. And if you guys want to send in your video question, we'll have it down in the description. Send your video to our email and you might get a chance to feature on the next comment of the day. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to go down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Like we said, we're on the road for 3,000. We really love all your support you guys have been giving us, but getting to 3,000 would be a big goal for me and Mark and for everybody here at the channel. So really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed already, to go down, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoy the NHL, make sure to check out this video that's popping up on your screen. And as always, I've been your host KC alongside my co-host Mark Pye. Keep your stick on the ice.